Hey, what's up guys, WhirlXbow back here, and today we are on Prince Renathal Freeze Shaman. That is a lot of words to have in the title of a deck, but yeah, I've talked a lot of shit about this deck, and I've only really played like 4 or 5 games with it, so maybe me talking shit might be out of such a small variant pool that I don't really know how good the deck is. I think it's bad. Like, just the concept behind it runs into a lot of the same problems I find that the Hakar list I ran yesterday ran into. For those who don't know, I played a 40 card Hakar list, and I've seen like a lot of people playing like 40 card, you know, Togwaggle, or 40 card Quest Mage, or, you know, people are trying Renathal on a whole bunch of decks, which I understand, it's a new card, people want to try it out. But it doesn't belong in combo decks. I saw 40 card Pillager Rogues, and it just blew my fucking mind. Because at least of what I've found, the most consistent Pillager Rogue deck even cuts some of the minions, so you don't play the Elven Minstrels, you don't play 2 sharks, you only play 1 shark. It becomes a lot more glass cannon, a lot more weak to rat and to removal. But the advantage is your draw is way more consistent when you queue into aggro every game. So that's what I'm feeling about this deck, right? You get to play Lorekeeper, sure, to guarantee draw your Shudderwock, but the problem is, right, most of the time you don't want to see this till a really late game, right? And if you slam this on turn 4, you cry, because none of these cards are really playable, like besides Snowfall Guardian. But you know, by the time you're gonna hit turn 7 or 8, if you're queued into Pirate Rogue, you just never win. You need the early game cards. So like, I don't even like this card just in general. I've seen it in a couple 30 card decks and I don't like it either. But yeah, I mean, I said fuck it, might as well try it. I'm running out of deck ideas. The new set comes out in like a week and a bit. Yeah, like a week and 4 days. So if you guys have any recommendations for decks to try in the last week of this expansion, feel free to leave them down below. But for now, we're gonna queue this deck up and let's hopefully not lose a whole bunch of games. All right, guys. Yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys all in the first game. All right. The first matchup is, my guess is Pirate Rogue. It's either Pirate or Pillager. In either case, that's my keep. Double rat is actually really good in case it is Pillager. If it's Pirate, I mean double rat's also pretty good, but knowing my luck, ran on 2 pulse smite every time, and then I cry. It's actually really important to see if this is Pillager or not, because keeping 2 cards means one of 2 things if it is Pillager. These are either both draw spells, or it's a draw spell minion or double minion. Also depending what version of the deck he's playing. Okay, so it's looking like they're just pirates. Alright, let's put this in the contest his board right now. Oh, that's such a good pull, actually. That is the best pull I could have pulled out of his hand. Unless he also has Cutlass in hand. Or Swordfish. So I lost the game. One of the things that I've also noticed a lot about free Shaman decks that I really dislike is, it's something that I started doing back when I was playing Reno, is I was trying to find one other slot for another card, and that's cutting Maelstrom Portal. I think Maelstrom Portal is like a core card in the deck, if I'm being honest. It has to just be this. This saves me 8 health. But yeah, no, cutting Maelstrom Portal. I think that card is still really fucking good in the current meta. He drew both Cavern Shiny Finders. I guess Rat was the correct play. Seeing what he played afterwards, Rat was 100% the correct play, which really sucks. Do this trade because both of these now trade into this, or one of them trades into it plus Cutlass attack. But yeah. Man, that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. The fact that he drew both Shiny Finders. 2 Cutlass drawn, 10 cards of his deck. Let's look at it that way. There's nothing I can draw here that does anything. That is the worst draw in my deck. I know the next card he's drawing is a Pirate. I feel a little bit safe just doing this. It's gonna be hit is my guess, and I'm taking 8 here. But yeah, I feel like this is the safest play I have. Are you serious? There's not a single worse card that I could have seen in this situation. I'm just dead. I'm actually just dead. The other problem is this deck also has 0 life gain. Like, my only piece of life gain is Bru'kan. And Bru'kan is not real life gain. I'm at 2. I'm dead to second deck swabby, or deckhand. I don't even know what the fuck saves me here. There's not one card in the deck that actually saves me here. There's one exact situation that saves me. I hit Taunt Totem here into Bru'kan next turn. Oh, I lost the game. See, like... I'm not saying we're playing useless cards, but... Lorekeeper felt useless there. Neophyte felt useless there. Windchills, I think, are bad in the deck as well. Double Sleep, like... I don't understand how this deck is good. Like, core concept, like, again, I have a lot of games on Free Shaman, and this list just seems bad. Anyways, though, let's try the next one. Alright, so our next one is Warlock. I feel like I have to keep this. Like, that's the other thing. I want to keep this, because I really want to copy this. But I feel like I'm forced to keep Toxfin, and I think Toxfin is a relatively weak card to keep, which is really, really tilting. So the reason I feel forced to keep this, right? I'm assuming this is even Renathal, or just even, or whatever, right? And the thing with this deck is, I need the Toxfin Firemancer Flurgl combo. It's necessary to win the game. So I feel forced to keep this because I guess this version is... This version? I should have took a way closer look at this deck list before I decided to play it. I was looking at numerous other ones and they're playing like, you know, the Clownfishes and Mutinous. This deck is not even playing Mutinous, which I think is wrong as well. But yeah, like, I felt forced to keep this. I shouldn't have because I misread the deck. I thought that there was more Murlocs in the deck. But... that was actually really bad on my part. I missed a draw here. I mean, it worked out fine for the sole reason that I needed to have 9 cards in my hand here. And I lose, by the way, I instantly lose here to Immolate. Like, almost on the spot. That's actually really good. Again, this is one of those matches where I'd rather have this minion pulled than I'd play it. And this is one of the matches where you want to start Shudderwocking as soon as possible. This was the worst draw in my deck. I'm ready to pull a giant here. It's not great. It's not great, but it's not bad. I'm expecting giant here. Okay, well, I have my bait. I'm gonna wipe the board here, I think. Do I actually need a wipe? I actually don't really need a wipe here. I'm just gonna freeze this. I can't freeze that. That sucks. Okay, hold up. I want him to commit something else to the board before I pull off this. I also need to worry about Mutinous coming up next turn. Oh my god. He's doing that. He wants to play like a backfire or something. The only reason he would want to do that is backfire, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna play Snowfall here. Oh no, he knows I have all the Murlocs in hand, so he's just never gonna commit. Interesting. I have to do this now. He knows I have them in hand. I'm gonna hold on to these. I'm gonna hold on to both of these for the sole reason that I think they'll come in handy to freeze the board in the meantime. That's fine. What's the... There's like one minion I actually care about him hitting, which is this one. The one he hits is the one I'm actually, the only one out of all the minions I was actually worried about him hitting. His hand is also all removal, which is really good for me. That is the worst draw in my deck. I'm at a position where I just need the cards. Yeah. I'm about to lose 2 Mutinous here, and I'm gonna complain about it. I can feel it coming. That was the best one for him to eat out of my entire hand. Still doesn't feel good though. I'm gonna hopefully, I need to win off the back of this. I'm pretty sure this is my play next turn just to start getting value out of the hero power. It's so much better than the totems we get here. I can't actually even fucking deal with that card. I'm forced to do this here. How the fuck do I get through that taunt? I actually don't even really want the minions back, so it's not the end of the world. I also have a board wipe for next turn. Of course, that's the card you have. That's fine. I don't want these back, so I'm perfectly fine not having those minions come back. There's a whole bunch of totems, right? I guess the only thing that's there was Saronite, but even then, I don't really care for Saronite all too much. That's fine. Let's deal 2. I think it's deal 2, summon some 2/2s. That was the worst hero power to hit. Actually, worst possible hero power to hit. This one was the best one, and it wasn't even close. Because then I could just hero power, didn't have to use the coin. Okay, he doesn't have Mutinous, which means the only thing that's scary there could be Rat. And even then, I'm not too worried for Rat. I win this through... Okay, he's also not... The important part actually about this is knowing he's not Reno. Which means he has a set amount of health gain, and most of his health gain is through Gul'dan. I'm looking for Grumble, Snowfall. Mostly Grumble, though. Grumble into Brilliant Macaw or something like that would be like best case. That's fine. That's actually like really okay. I'm trading in Mutinous here, or fuck. That's actually really nice. Oh, I should have hero powered. Fuck. I should also do this here. Well, force him to have it. I'm expecting twisting. Nothing else is potential. Like he doesn't know if anything else is useful. I'm guessing he doesn't have Rat because he didn't play it. If he would have played any taunt means he would have had when he had the guy that drew him cards for free. So I'm assuming there's no taunts up until last turn when I wipe the board. So that means it's like these 4 cards would be, or 5 cards would be taunts. And even then, I feel like a taunt is better than what he did, so that was fine. Yeah, this card feels useless 99% of the time, but you play it because the card, when it's not useless, is insane. Alright. So yeah, with that being said, let's queue up the next one, alright guys? Yeah, I'll see y'all there. Alright. Our next matchup is what I'm assuming is to be the mirror match. This whole hand is hot trash. The mirror match, it's fine. In the mirror match, I'm really just looking to draw every single core piece of the combo as fast as possible, except for Shudder. And then go off through rats and everything else. This is a rat on 4 type of game. Yeah. This is definitely a rat on 4 type game. So that's one thing, is what I do typically. Ooh, this is still a rat on 4 type game. One of the things I typically do when I'm trying to find decks for videos is I'll just go online, search up the name of the deck, and then find what people are playing on the deck. And then the first list that I find that looks relatively interesting is a deck I just typically play, right? Which makes sense, you know? I assume a lot of people just Google their decks and like, oh, what do I actually want to play? And then they find a deck and like, oh, okay, that's good enough. But I never take too deep of a look because I find it's way more entertaining for me to be surprised when I'm playing. And that's something I definitely am right now, is surprised while playing this fucking matchup, because it feels so bad not playing the other, not playing other Murlocs. Like, the main one is just Mutinous, right? Mutinous is such an important card that it feels weird not to play it. Also, I think this card is bad in the deck. Just saying. I know a lot of people play this card, and I don't quite comprehend the reasoning. It's really slow, and in most matchups where you actually care for it, you don't really want it anymore. I'm gonna play this. So yeah, I personally don't like Boom Pistol anymore. This deck is not popular enough to warrant the slot, and the other decks it's good against, it's basically by the time you play it and you start going off with Shudderwock with it, it's no longer that big of an issue. How do I want to test for that? I think I want to test for that through just this. Checks out. Yeah, that's fine. He's really not giving me a turn to slam rat, which is it's actually like a really good play by him. That's one of the things you never want to do, is give your opponent a chance to slam rat. If he pulls my Grumble, I'm going to be very upset. He pulled my rat, which makes me very upset. That could not have possibly gone worse. I'm just going to say fuck it, full send. I think is the right play. Genuinely, I think this is the right play. Force him to have his own Firemancer Flurgl combo. And if he has it, he has it, right? Like, I'm at a position where I can't really play around it all too well, and I just need to commit. Be like, look, you have the answer, you have the answer. Good job. But if he doesn't, like it's looking like he doesn't, I'm really that was such a good draw for him. This is actually super interesting. This should be active, right? Did I play a spell last turn? I did not. Oh, I misread this card too. Whoops. What I would not have given to drawn Macaw. If I would have drawn Macaw for turn, this play was so much better. Because I could have bounced the Grumble back to my hand. And then I could basically go off anytime I hit Lorekeeper. But now I just can't. Bru'kan is really, really good draw. I'm gonna do deal 2 to the board, deal 6 to his face. If my hero powers deal 6, I'm coining hero powering. Oh, I don't care for those. I'm gonna play a 5/6 here. Again, I want to force him to have the the Firemancer Flurgl, keep up huge pressure on board. As I always say, right, beating combo decks the best way is just have huge pressure. Eat the O2. That was the worst eat in my hand, man. Really? This is getting devolved, by the way. I think we're running the same list. He's just playing Mutinous, which means he's way more favored than I am in the matchup. Let's do this first. Oh, that's pain. I want to play this. Might as well. Played a spell, which means this is going to discover me a spell next turn, which is really nice. Also, this hero power is insane. He can't play spells, which means he can actually technically go exactly Ice Fishing if he would have top decked it, but it's looking like he did not. That's really unfortunate for me. I need to give him... I don't want to give him a devolve, man. I'm forced to. I need to just draw cards, if I'm being honest. Like, I hold on to this for next turn. That's nice. But yeah, no, I couldn't... I just couldn't. It didn't make sense to just leave that stuff up because I got huge cucked by so many things. And at least this, like, I have potential of, like, this needs to be devolved, right? Like, it's gonna be really hard for him to deal. I guess he can actually deal 5 here, but of course he has this as well. I need to hit my own Snowfall Guardian. I've yet to play one, so. Well, the last battlecry I played was trash. What if these would be a good... Okay. Again, Shudderwock, Snowfall. I mean, the best one is Snowfall. Shudderwock is actually also really fucking good, though. The reason why Shudderwock... I guess Shudderwock here is not that great, but Shudderwock is technically lethal. He had everything. He actually just had everything, so there was nothing that could have been done on my part. He's gonna grumble this back because he drew so many elementals that basically means I can't play the game. Bruh. Yeah, I'm just done. Show me the grumble. Show me the grumble, and I will concede. I got so unlucky this game. Not only did he have a chance to slam Rat before I did, I'm like, I just want to slam it on 4, but man, I got so unlucky. I hate this game. I will concede as soon as I see the grumble. If I wasn't overloaded for 2, I was fine. Yeah, I'm just hitting this one. No, that was also not the draw off the other thing. There's no way I won this game after he played that grumble because I just couldn't play the game anymore. I couldn't play any more minions. So there's just no point in me sitting through it. I got incredibly unlucky that game. Everything lined up in his favor perfectly. And his deck is designed to win the mirror match, but this deck is just so unpopular on ladder that I think that his deck list is really wrong, but I guess if you're hitting a lot of Shudderwock Shaman, that's the better deck list, because you are playing the pistol, the boom pistol, which is really good. But like the thing is, playing a 5-mana 5/5 against Pirate Rogue is the worst feeling thing on the planet, and it never goes well. If your turn 5 or your turn 4 is coin 5/5, you lose the game. That's why I don't like the card in the deck anymore. Like it's too slow for the aggressive meta, and also does nothing against Quest Mage. At least Loatheb slows them down by a turn, where that just does nothing. So that's my reasoning to why that card is really bad. But it worked for him, so hey. Anyways, we have time for one more game, so let's queue it up and hopefully not get fucked by RNG. Alright guys, yeah, I'll see y'all there. Alright. Last one is our worst matchup, which is Big Priest. I think this is actually the worst matchup for this deck. If it's not Big Priest, then we have a fairly good chance at winning, but Big Priest feels actually unwinnable. The only way we win the Big Priest matchup is either it draws all of his minions, or we find a way to loop Loatheb's before he can do anything. Yeah, it's Big Priest. This card is nuts. So at least I have a decent curve here, where it's this on 4 to counter a spell, and then this on 5, this on 6. He's going to be playing 2 shadow spells, so I actually have the chance to potentially do cool things with totems here. Hitting the best one first is obviously really fucking good. Oh, I'm about to get fucked by RNG again. Just don't play Illuminate, whatever the fuck you do. Thank God. I need to save this, or the coin, right? I'll actually start growing a healing totem, which is actually not that bad. I do have the full Firemancer Flurgl Toxfin combo, which is really nice. But yeah, I also need to hope he doesn't have a 1-cost spell in hand that he doesn't play here. Because he has a 1-cost spell that got reduced, he's able to still play Shadow Essence through this. Okay. If he doesn't proc it, I don't necessarily have to slam Loatheb, but I still really want to slam Loatheb. Okay. So he procced it, which is really bad for us. But at least we have a good play for the turn after, which is this. Force him to have a new answer to this board. Oh wait, no, this is really bad. He doesn't answer anything on the board. My whole strategy just fell apart. Okay, hold up. If I coin Grumble, I get this back. This is not good enough though. Well, I have one play that works. That was not it. Actually, I guess this can hit Devolve, which is pretty nice. To even hit. I hate the card ice fishing so fucking much. How much damage is this? 12, 13? Puts him to 5. If he hits blood, I can win. Okay, I can still win this game. Okay, I can still win this. I can win this because of the card Bru'kan. Next turn, his whole focus is going to be on rezzing shit and dealing with my board. So, the play of... just drops him down really low, right? And the thing is now, even if he does hero power, he's dead to this the turn after. Oh, I can't believe this actually fucking worked out. Not playing Grumble there, it was like the greatest decision I've ever made. I'm very glad I actually noticed that I couldn't slam it through because of card, like, space in my hand. Thank God that thing doesn't have charge. I shouldn't have emoted. That was really wrong and dumb of me. The reason I should have emoted is now if he had potentially like a 0 mana gain 5, he'll play it. Oh, thank God. That was way too fucking close for comfort. Wait, okay. I'm satisfied ending on that game. We went 50-50. I still think this deck is bad. This list, at least, is complete trash. Like, if I'm being honest, this should be cut down to 30 cards. Like, it's really easy, right? You cut there, you cut there, cut there. Cut those as they're also not that great. You cut those as you don't genuinely need them. Cut those. Then you cut something for Mutinous. And then my guess is it's just it's either Sleetbreaker or it's this. I would probably say Lorekeeper. I don't like Lorekeeper, and then you've just put this, and your deck is just far better in my opinion. Yeah, this would be the list I would go with. I fucked up. I no longer have that list, and I would put in the description, and yeah, fuck me. Oh well. I would say this is probably a better list, because I don't really think Prince is necessary in the deck. So, yeah. But, I mean, to each their own, right? If you guys like the Prince list, that you find it's a little bit more consistent, play the Prince list. I just think that this is probably overall the most consistent list you could be playing. Anyways, though, with all that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, don't forget to like and subscribe as always. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one, where hopefully we can get some more dubs and climb back up to closer to 200 legend. Alright guys, yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys all there. Peace.